All right. Hey,
Yes,
hey,
yes, yes,
hey.
yes. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Happy Tuesday. It is the middle of March. The time has sprang forward. Yes, yes, yes. If you don't know already, you are watching Online Success Made Simple, where we teach you the organic approach to making money online. And of course, we are your co host. I'm Takija Wyatt from the sunny Florida. And this is my beautiful co host and co founder, Daria Jackson Legonier from New York. Hey, hey,
Chilly New
hey.
York.
Chilling New York. And of course, we have an interview lined up for you today, and we're going to allow Daria in just a moment to go ahead and introduce our beautiful guest before we start the interview. So if you're watching us live, go ahead and hit hashtag live. Let us know where you're watching us from. And if you're watching this at a later time, please hit hashtag replay and also let us know where you're tuning in from because we love to see where you guys are tuning in from. And we know that most of you guys are driving home right now, so you'll catch the replay. And we absolutely love all the comments that you guys are leaving every week. If you look above, you're going to see something that says StreamYard.com/Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or Instagram, depending on where you're watching us from, right? And you want to click that, and it's going to give StreamYard and that platform permission to work together. That way, when you leave a comment, we can see your profile picture and name. So you don't come up as YouTube user or Facebook user, right? Absolutely. The other thing is, we want to make sure that you guys subscribe right here at the bottom. You want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. They might have moved it up here, but absolutely, it's somewhere in one of these corners, the subscribe button. So, Daria, did I leave anything out before we go ahead and introduce our beautiful interviewee?
Yes, one more thing. We just want to give a shout out to all of you that are watching us on our Facebook channel. On our Facebook page, our Facebook group, um, also on LinkedIn, on YouTube. I'm not sure about Instagram yet, but we just want to give you a shout out. And we are just so happy that you are spending a few minutes of your Tuesday with us. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
I think it's time for us to get this party started because we have this beautiful queen below us. And we are just looking forward to hearing her story. You know, it's just from what we know already is truly amazing. And like we told you, we always come to you with the best. Okay. So this sister here is doing it, y'all. So you're going to hear her story. You're going to learn so much about her entrepreneurial journey that I hope that it inspires you to continue on with your journey. And yes, we
Yes.
got Victoria here. What's going on, Vicky Vic? So glad that you are here, girl. And yes, take a moment. I forgot to tell y'all, we both forgot to tell you, take a moment and share this broadcast with your sister
Absolutely.
friends, with your sister love, with your goal friends, with your
Yes.
business partners. It is Women's History Month, y'all. So
Yes.
let's showcase our sisters. Let's share because sharing is caring.
It's Sharon is Karen.
All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let me get into sharing who this beautiful sister is. So we have before you the beautiful Jenis B Minaya. And she is a distinguished six-figure earner in our space. She is her career transitioned from a postal job to a full time trading and education in 2019, leading to her financial independence and a desire to mentor. A top graduate of Cryptonology Academy. She founded JM Traders Academy to meet the demand for her teaching. Although she closed the academy to partner with a mentor, her influence in the Forex remains strong, y'all, and that is no joke. She is known as the Queen of Indices. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but those of you that are in the crypto space, y'all know. Uh, JBM, and that's the name of her part of her organization, has created 4 successful trading courses and recently added a new one, generating significant revenue since 2019. Her trading strategies are designed for simplicity. That's what I need, allowing even novices to follow along. Yeah, that's right up my alley,
Ooh,
y'all. JBM values personal freedom her career affords and cherishing time with her granddaughter, using her experiences to inspire financial autonomy in others. Her coaching extends beyond trading, promoting financial literacy for sustainable prosperity. Her journey
ooh,
is marked by contributions to the entrepreneur community, her commitment to guiding others to financial independence, and her partnership with affiliate programs, which she dedicates her efforts to, believing in its potential and significantly enhance the buying power for many in the coming years. So we bring to you Jenis Manaya. B.
yes,
Manaya.
indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, hello, hello. Would you like to say a few words before we get started?
Yes. First of all, I was like, who is she talking about? I'm like, oh yeah, it's me. It is I feel like I'm exhausted from hearing all that. But no, I have done it definitely with love. And yes, as you guys read, definitely, first of all, happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation. It is truly an honor to be here and to be asked to share part of my life story, especially if it can definitely enhance somebody else's life, right? So I'm all up for that. One of the reasons why I started teaching, right? I was asked to teach. After I graduated, I'm like, I'm just gonna go get rich by myself. I'm not gonna help nobody.
Yes,
But
right.
I have a community, still have a community over 700 traders in there. And when they saw that I graduated, they're like, "You going to teach?" So I went ahead and started teaching. And from there, like you guys read, it just transitioned into teaching and serving. Somebody called me a servant leader last night. I was like, I
Yeah.
guess I am. I'll
Oh,
take
yeah.
that,
Oh, yeah.
right? I'll take that. No, and he was saying like you always helping and sharing your knowledge, mainly because I've been there, right? Haven't we all?
Yeah.
We've been there
Yes.
to where we don't know what are we doing, right? So we always
Exactly.
wanted to find somebody to help us to just get in there. So I'm so excited to be here. We can talk for hours, but we don't have that
Oh,
type of
yeah.
time, right?
So we're gonna get started because it seems like you are
Yes,
ready to jump right in. So let's
yes.
do it.
Let's
Right.
go.
And guys, we promise it's gonna be short and sweet. You're gonna learn so many nuggets, and you're definitely gonna get to know Miss Manaya very well. Right. So let us know what actually inspired you to leave your postal job and enter the world of forex trading and financial freedom, coaching in 2019. Like,
Yeah.
and furthermore, how did you decide that online was the best place to go?
Right. I always been in technology. You literally just sparked a memory in my mind. That was so long ago, like 20 plus years when I first came to the country. I remember one of the first institute that I went into was about technology, right? And then from there, life happens, kids, marriage, you know how that goes. But I always been fascinated with what's next, what's coming up. I've always liked to be in the forefront of things. So I
Mhm.
guess my interest started there. I decided to
Mm,
leave the post office, right? I it was a great job. Hello, postal workers. You guys work your behind off. I know because I did it for
yeah.
17 years. But I did not want to retire from the post office. I said to
Mm.
myself, I do not want to walk out of here with, a bended side from carrying a bag for, 6 days a week. I don't want to my
Right.
feet to explode. I don't want my back to give out. This is great. It was a great pay, but I got to go, right? So
Yes.
I went ahead. Yeah, I got to go. So I made the decision. I didn't just quit, right? Please don't do that. I started researching, how can I go ahead and substitute my salary because of course I had kids at the time and all that stuff. So I started looking online, right, doing some research, and I started with relationship marketing and Facebook ads and things of that nature, and then selling high ticket items and all that. I didn't make money that, but I learned everything that there is to know about social media, and this is by like 2018 or something like that, even before that, right? So, about a year and a half, a year and 3 quarters, I walked into another social media person, and she introduced me to really what it is to develop yourself and branding and all those things. So, from her group, we uh, kind of stumbled upon when forex trading was being married with relationship marketing or MLM at the time. So we kind of like introduced ourselves into the world of the two, right?
Hmm.
So I was
Right.
introduced to forex. It was beautiful. For me, the power that you have to just grab your phone and start trading and make money. I said to myself, okay, this is my vehicle. This is what's going to take me to where I need to be in 2 years. I gave myself 2 years time. This
Mm-hmm.
is what's going to take me from where I am now to where I need to be in 2 years, because everything else is going to take more time, five, six,
Yeah.
7 years. And I saw the potential. It is so empowering to be able to trade and make as much money as you want to. So that was my vehicle, and I took it head on. 2 years. I'm very proud to say, almost to the day that I gave myself to quit the job, I did it around my birthday of that year. I was so excited. But with that, and I need to tell your audience, guys, it was a lot of sacrifices, right? It was not easy.
Right.
I had to cut out TV. People do not
Mhm.
believe me. I did not watch TV for 2 long years straight. My TV came back on when I had a granddaughter, right? Because she came
Mm,
into our lives. I needed to entertain her with Elmo. That is when my
right.
TV, I promise you, that is when my TV came back on. I cut it out cold turkey, right? And I was one of those. I
Yep.
was one of those on the TV after work,
Mm-hmm.
10, whatever, however, going to bed 2 o'clock in the morning, watching
Yeah.
every show, whatever. I cut it up, cut it out, cut out friends, right?
Mm.
Cut out outings, cut out some family members. Whatever it took for me to get it
Yep.
done, I did it, right?
All right
Then,
now.
right, and then after I was
Mm-hmm.
done, then I can pick and choose what I can do. I can help my granddaughter,
Yeah.
grow up, and things like that. Now everybody's at work, I'm home all day, right? It's because it was a
Yes.
choice, right? It was a choice, and it had a plan of action behind it. Okay, so that
Hmm.
is how it all started for me.
Wow. Wow. That's
Wow.
amazing. Isn't that
Yeah.
amazing?
So that is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always interesting to see what caused somebody to look online, like what happened, like what was your mindset before you started looking. So we always love to find out, where your
Hmm.
mindset was at that time. And so can you tell us about, your experience of graduating from, with the Pioneer Award from the Crypto
Yes.
Technology Academy,
Yeah.
right? And how it actually influenced your decision to start
Yeah.
that JM Traders Academy. Because I know that
Yes.
was a great decision of yours, right? So what was that like? You know, what was that like, just having that certificate and being able to even open up that academy.
Yes. Again, me being a very focused individual at the time, my teacher, right, the owner of the academy, he was in Houston, and I went to Houston in that whole year and a half, almost 2 years. I went to Houston like 5 times. People thought they still think I live in Houston. I don't live in Houston because I was there so often, right?
Ah,
I was that, and it was an online academy, but that didn't stop me from still going over there and right, still hopping on the plane and do what I have to do, to be in proximity of what I needed to do. So,
yeah,
so he gave me the Pioneer Award, so that was amazing to definitely
That
receive, and it
is.
was a surprise. It truly was. And then from there, like I said, I was just going to just straight on my own, right? And it's
yeah.
funny because the people, like I mentioned at the beginning, the people that I started this whole relationship marketing with and the whole Forex trading thing, they went on to do whatever they do, right? I stayed
Right,
the course. I stayed the course. I didn't do any MLM or anything like that. I just stayed
right.
studying and obviously working. And when I graduated, they were like, you still doing it?
Hmm.
You still
That's right.
Everybody
Gotta
came back like,
pursue it.
you actually stayed, and I said, yes, I did. I told you I
That's right.
was. So I think that was the starting
Wow.
of everybody asking me to teach, right? Like if you stuck it out, if you did it, and of course I did a live. I think it was my first or second live ever online when I did quit. I went ahead and did that live. So I put it, it's still on my wall, it's pinned to my wall.
Wow.
And just letting people know that yes,
Yeah.
if you put your mind to it, you can do this. So, everybody was asking me again. My trading community was like almost 700 women at the time. I now have it open for men and women, but at the time it was only women. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and start teaching. I decided to put everything together, and even my mentor at the time, he endorsed my academy and all that. So that
Wow.
was good of him, nice of him to do.
That was
And then
phenomenal.
from there, it's just been serving, right? Which is one of my
Yeah.
favorite words nowadays. It's just been serving. And the fact I tell people, if I can do this with 3 kids and a full-time job and ultimately a granddaughter, anybody can do this. I take no excuses, none. Right? I
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
falling asleep driving. Don't do that, guys. Don't do it. But I was falling asleep driving along, and at the end, it was just like, Lord help me. I need to get this done. And it was my
Oh
drive.
yeah.
If you know when
Oh
somebody in
yeah.
prison and they know they're gonna get out in 2 years, I promise
Yes.
you that was my mindset. I had a 2 year prison sentence, and I knew that every day I would just cross a day. I'm closer to my day. I'm close, and that was the mindset, right? And of
Mhm.
course, when I got out of jail, AKA the 9 to 5, nothing wrong with having a job. If that's what you want to do, I
Yeah.
always tell people that was my decision, right? That was my thing to do.
Right.
If
Right.
that is what you want to do, if you telling the world, the universe, God, however you want to name it, if you
Mhm.
telling it the world that you want to quit, then you really need to take some action steps towards that. It's not going to be handed to you.
Right.
Trust me. I trust
Right.
nobody handed me
Yeah.
anything. Okay.
Mhm.
Work very
And I
hard for
and
everything.
I'm right there with you.
Mhm.
Yes. And that's
Yes.
exactly what it takes. I'm so glad that you said that with cutting out the television and sometimes cutting off relatives, cutting out, going out so much and things like that. People don't realize how
Gotta do it.
disciplined you have to be if you
Yes.
actually want to be successful. You don't have to be disciplined that much for, what I'm saying, forever, but you do
Hmm.
have to have a time period where you're serious, right? Where
Yes.
you have made a decision that,
Yes.
listen, I want to live a lifestyle that other
Yes.
people can't live, because
Right.
every day I'm on the road driving to work with these same people, right? Me,
Yes.
blowing your horn or flicking people off or whatever you're doing to and from work because you're sitting in the traffic. And
Right.
Yes.
so for a lot of us, we, just like Miss Minaya said, you get that feeling that I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, whatever it is, right?
Right.
Unless you absolutely love what you're doing to make money. Most of us
Yes.
have that feeling. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not just made to work, you know what I mean, and pay
Yeah.
bills and die. Like, it's got to be more than just hanging out on the weekends, right? Like, I want more than just
More.
hanging out
Yes.
on the weekends and getting 2 weeks of vacation a year. And that's how it started for Daria and I. We knew there
Exactly.
was something better, right? And once
More.
you make that first dollar online, right?
Ooh,
You're like, it's
it's
possible.
exciting.
It's possible. I
Yes.
can make
Yeah.
money online. And your belief system shoots through the roof.
For
That
sure.
thing is
For sure.
amazing. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So
Yes,
let me
it
see if I can.
is. For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Isn't that crazy? So,
Mm-hmm.
how would you say has your personal value of freedom, and witnessing life's precious moments influenced your approach to coaching and mentoring financially, you know what I mean, financial
Yeah.
independence? How is
Yes.
that how has all of those things, experiencing the freedom, experiencing those precious moments, you know what I
Yes.
mean? How in the world did that, you know what I mean,
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
influence your approach to coaching?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. And it definitely ties in with what I said. For me, it was I had three boys,
Mm.
and I became a single parent. So, and also one of my sons developed juvenile diabetes, right?
Oh wow.
So that was it was one of those things, and I was always working, right? Coming from New York City. From New York we moved into New Jersey. My ex-husband and I, we bought a house in New Jersey, because who can afford New York? Nobody, right? Unless you're Rockefeller. But so my coworker in New York said, okay, well, I live in Jersey, so I can, hook you up with my realtor. And that's what we did. We moved to Jersey. So I was still working in the city and then commuting every day, right? Still with three kids and all that stuff. So I was paying amazing, crazy money on babysitting, of course. We could afford it
Mm,
at the time, right? He had an amazing job, and I was making crazy money too in the city. So we could definitely afford it. But I wasn't there, right? Physically, I
right.
wasn't there. My ex husband also was not there. He also worked in the city. So we just dropped the kids off, early 6 o'clock in the morning, come back home 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. That was our lives, right?
Wow.
Right.
So yeah, so that was not a good thing. So during that time, not long after, my middle son developed juvenile diabetes.
Mm,
And when I tell you things got 10 times harder, I'm not even making that up. People
Mm.
mm,
tell me, like, I don't know how you did this. I'm told every time, I don't know how you did it. Like, but he gives the battle to those that can do it, right?
yeah.
That's
I
right.
know that, he gave it to me, and I carry it. I carry that cross for 18 years. Unfortunately, he did went on to glory because of diabetes, right?
Mm.
But it is one of those things that it just shapes you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It
Yeah.
shapes your entire existence when you have a child from 6 to 18 with such a devastating disease, right? So
Mm,
I promised myself. So that's why, having a grandchild, and somebody said that last week, having a grandkid is like a do over, right? Because I
Mm.
feel that with her, it's like a do over, right? Yes, I lost my middle son, but now, like, she was like a gift to us, to all of
Yeah.
us, to the whole
Yeah.
family, because we were
Yes.
devastated, of course. So she came
yeah.
along, and just, making that decision to be around and to take her to school and to pick her up and to fight with her all day and things like that. And she models after me. Whatever I do, she does. and things like that. Those are the driving forces. Those are, if your why. I know people talk about why all the time.
Right.
If your why is not strong enough, you're not going to get this done. Whatever it is that you have in mind to do, it's not going to happen, right? It
True.
needs
Right.
to be something that gets you out of bed. It needs to be something that makes you quit watching TV for 2 years, right? It needs to be something that makes you cut out going out every other weekend. It needs to be that strong for you to make it happen. And that was it for me, right? So it was like a transition. It was a decision for me to just teach and be home all day. And I absolutely, people, one thing that people ask me, what was the first thing I did when I quit? And I tell them I slept. I
Yeah.
slept for
I
I
bet you
slept for a
did.
month. That is what I don't have to get up at 5:30 anymore. I don't have
Yeah.
to, and then I have my granddaughter. I had to drop her at the sitter, pick her up, rush back to, PA or wherever we moved. Like I didn't have it was surreal. I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to get up tomorrow. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah.
I slept. I traveled for a month. One of my very best friend got married in the islands. We went to her wedding. I just did nothing for like a month and a half before I decided to go ahead and teach. And I enjoyed every second of it. I sure
I
did.
bet you did. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it is very clear that you are a goal driven person. You are
Yeah.
extremely focused and
Mhm.
you know what you want. And those are the some of the ingredients of being successful. So I want everyone
Mhm.
that is here and listening to my girl right here, put some fire emojis in the chat because she is bringing it. She is bringing so
Absolutely.
much value. Talking about value, y'all. You know, cutting out everything. And how many times have we said that? Cutting out TV, knowing your why, having that why they say that makes you
Yeah.
cry, but it's mainly is to get you moving,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Having that why, um, and actually doing what it is that you say you want to do, and executing, setting those goals. You got to set a goal. She set goals, y'all, and she hit those
Yeah.
goals. And a lot of and I know for a lot of us, we know what we want, but we don't set the goals. We just have it there somewhere. It's not clear, it's not tangible,
Mhm.
it's not measurable, those smart goals that we talk about, y'all. You have to do that. And that's what she did. And she stayed in that academy for 2 years while others left and actually got a certificate and was recognized for that. And now she's in a position to teach. So I want you to think about what it is that you want to do. Take a page out of her book, y'all, and think about what it is. What are your goals? Think about your businesses. How do you want to see them? Because oh my goodness, she is a huge example of what this
Yeah.
can look like. Being able to take a month and just sleep and do whatever because she earned that. Because getting up at 5:30 in the
Exactly.
morning ain't no joke. That's the time I used to get up. So I know. And then coming back at 7, 8 o'clock at night to do it all over the next day. And then
Yes.
making sure the kids are straight, their homework is done, making dinner,
Yes.
putting them to bed, all that stuff. That no wonder she was falling asleep
Yes,
behind the wheel.
indeed.
No wonder.
Mm-hmm.
And now she done did all of that, earned more deserved um,
Yes.
freedom that she has now, and she gets up when she finished sleeping.
That's right.
Precisely.
And that's a beautiful thing. So, with all
Absolutely.
of that, what do you think you would be doing right now? Because we know it ain't the post office. Haven't you? If you haven't found trading and relationship marketing, what do you think you would be doing right now?
I probably would still be searching for something, right? My thing was
Mhm.
I wanted the fastest vehicle, right? So of
Yeah.
course, I'm always invested in mentors and things like that. So I would just still be searching for whatever it is. And coming from a two very hardworking parents that I had, they have
Mhm.
been working since they were very, very young. and
Okay.
they instill in me that work ethic. My sister and I are one of the hardest people that I know, and as far as working goes, right? We can.
Mhm.
I'm literally running on 3 hours sleep. I'm not even kidding, because I'm working on so many different things, and I'm doing a mastermind this weekend, my first one. I'm building my fourth academy that's gonna launch next week. So, and I'm working on a huge project that I can't talk about because they kill me if I say it. But it is just, I probably was still going at it, whatever it is. I mean, one thing that people can describe
Mhm.
me as is definitely as I just gonna keep going. I would, of course, as a human, right? I'm gonna take my moments and go over here, right? But I'm gonna come back. You better
Mhm.
believe I am coming back, and I'm gonna keep going and going and going, because I'm not where I want to be yet. Okay. The
Right.
Yeah.
ultimate
Right.
goal is to just travel the world. Okay. Give
Yes.
her to her dad and go.
Hey, I
That
love
is
that.
the ultimate goal. Trust me.
Whew.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, your work ethic will sure get you there for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure, for sure.
Absolutely.
So we're hearing um, all this amazing things about the result of your hard work. But what
Mhm.
was it like, if you can think that far back, like when you first got started in relationship marketing? What was that like? Was it easy for you? Was it simple? Tell us about some of those challenges you
Well,
had.
the number one challenge for me is that I don't like doing videos. I still don't. And the girl that was training me, she's like, Jen, you need to do video. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing it.
Mm,
I'm not talking
mm,
about the camera. So I think that if I would have taken the video route, and everything is video now, if I
yep.
would have taken the video route, I think I would have been, my following on social media would have been even bigger and bigger and bigger. Right.
Right.
But the challenges for me was, obviously at first, sometimes you kind of doubt yourself, right?
Yes.
And like anything else, when you're learning something new, right, it is a challenge. It's something that you're not familiar with that. So, and again, I always seek out the best of what it is that I want to learn. And then I invest in that. So I invested in the high ticket offer because it came with a robust system of Facebook ads and social media growth and all of that. Right. And then
Yeah.
for the Forex thing, I invested in my mentor at the time. He did not come cheap, right? So I paid
Mhm.
him to go ahead and teach me in his academy, and even after that, right? So I always like to invest. I'm not afraid of investing. I was
Yeah.
using, after I paid the bills, I would take that money and whatever was left and invest it into what it is that I needed to do, right? I always say people
Mhm.
do not value free, right? They just don't, right? So,
That's fact.
and I guess that's why
True.
I'm such a giver, because I have just invested everything, money, time, sleepless night, right? So when I see somebody struggling with the
Yeah.
simplest thing, like even making a simple graphic, I'm like, let me teach you, right? So it's that inspiration of just go
Yeah.
ahead and do it. And there are going to be challenges, there are going to be,
Yeah.
but you just got to keep focused, right? Just keep focused,
Indeed.
and I promise you can do it. I had 75, not 75, 65 and 70-year olds in my first academy. They're like, Jen, you think I
Yes.
can do this? I say, yes, you can. Yes, you can do this, right? I will
Love
not
it.
let them quit. So anybody can do anything they put their mind to it. I really,
Exactly.
really believe. I believe that.
I love
That's
it.
true.
I love it. Yeah, video I think is a very common fear for most
Hmm.
Yeah.
people, because I didn't do videos either. And a lot of people in our community are afraid to do videos, but we do tell them, you have to do videos. That's
Yeah,
how people get
Absolutely.
to know, like, and trust you. Is the easiest and the fastest way to get that
yeah,
going. So yeah, we feel the same way. Had we started out doing videos instead of hiding,
yeah,
behind the computer and pushing out
Yeah.
posts, you
yes,
know, your audience would be bigger faster, you
right,
know.
Yeah.
So
correct.
so yeah, we totally are in agreement with that, and you would never think so that you would, that you didn't want to do videos, but we totally get it
Yeah.
because we were right there with you, girl, right there with you. So, this comes to our last question, and this is a
My
question
favorite question.
that we ask all our guests because we have not gotten the same question yet. And we're going on how many years, Takesha? 4 years?
3 or 4 years. We haven't got the
Right.
same answer yet, so
We
we're interested.
haven't gotten the same answer yet. And
Wow.
we are just looking forward to your answer because we know it's going to be
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
here it is. All right. So here it is. So if you were to lose everything today,
Ooh,
your homes, your beautiful cars, and the clothing and the ability to travel wherever you want to go, all that stuff. And you had 30 days to figure out how to make some money because the bills are coming and you don't know what to do. As far you're just trying to make this get some money together because you got lights, you got food, you got food to put on the table.
Yeah.
You don't have a list, but you have your phone, you have your computer, and you have your health so you can speak. What would you
that's right.
do to make that happen?
That.
Well, again, it definitely ties in with my profession, which is a trader. I found the power of trading from your computer and your phone.
Okay.
And when I first started, you can open an account with $10, right? So let's say that I lost
At
everything.
the
I only
front
had
door.
$10. Right. I only had $10 to my name.
Mm-hmm.
And I have proof that I have flipped accounts starting with $10 because with $10 account, you can trade with trades that are 10 cents, right?
Stop it.
So I will definitely trade because it's a skill set. And that's why I teach it. It's a skill set, just like being a nurse, like being a doctor. One of those that once you learn it, you will never forget it, right?
Mm.
So I will definitely grab my phone, right, with my
Mhm.
$10 that I got left.
All right.
On day one, I will flip that $10 into about 100, right? And that is not to brag or boast. Some of my students are here, they're watching me right now. They will not let me lie. All right. So I will make that 10 into 100 on day one. Now I have $100 by the end of the day, right? So now on day two, the $100 will probably be $500. All right. And I actually have a video online as well where I took $500 one day. In about 3 hours, I converted it in another $500. So that would have been $1,000, right? So I thank God, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, of about the skill set because I can work from anywhere. I mean, just by having your phone, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, you can
Mhm.
trade from anywhere in the world. Period. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now, towards the end of the week, I'm about 1,000, maybe $1,500. Thank you, Jesus. Right.
No, that's right.
And
Yeah.
now, right. And of course, you want to trade with brokers that let you take your money out, right? So you went ahead and withdraw that money, right? Start paying the light before they shut it off and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
just go ahead and donate the 10%, of course. But
Right.
I say that like half jokingly, but I'm actually not joking. Like it is really a privilege to really learn this. And I knew when I founded the power of it, right? And another thing is relationship marketing. Um, People think that I'm like this huge person on social media because I have a big following. But another true statement is that I got my big following because of the way that I conduct myself, which is very open and honest, right? I don't be cuddling you. I want to shake you
Yeah.
into into you can do this. You're strong enough. Yes, you can. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very open, and I'm a straight shooter, right? So the very organic growth that I have on social media is because they like the way that I conduct myself, right? I don't like to waste time. For me, time is so much more pressure than money, right?
Yeah.
I just cannot waste my time, right? So it's definitely the following that I have is because they know, who I am, and I have softened up a little bit over the years, because I am, as you get older, you start to hear so many stories. Oh my God, I'm like a therapist. Okay.
Yeah, I could imagine.
So many stories, so many people that, have been in my shoes, especially with the losing of my son. So many stories of parents, single parents, single dad, single mom, older people losing things, right? So I'm becoming a little softer in my delivery, right? When it comes to certain things, but my belief system
Yeah.
is still there. I believe that people can do whatever they put their minds to it. It doesn't matter how long it
Mhm.
takes you, right? For me, it was a 2 year span. It might take you 4 or 5, right? If you're at the job for 40, you can spend four
Yeah.
sharpening up a skill set for you to get up and out of there, right? So
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think that I can absolutely go ahead and get myself out of a sticky situation, if I need to. So yeah, that is
Yeah.
my answer. Thank you. That's a very interesting
Yeah.
question.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
and we
everybody
love your
has such
answer.
interesting, yeah, everybody has such interesting answers. You're like, write that down. Like, oh, 30 days. I'm like, yeah, how much?
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
always so
$10, y'all.
interesting
That's
like
all you
that.
need.
Yeah,
$10 in the skill
Yeah,
set.
that's right. That's right.
Yes.
that's it.
Wow.
The skill
So,
set is where it is. Like we
mhm,
That's
say,
right.
it's not knowledge that's power, it's applied knowledge that's
That's
power.
right. Mm-hmm.
you gotta
Correct.
you gotta do it. So tell our audience where they can find you.
Okay, well, my name, like it's over here on the screen, Jenis B Minaya. That is my handle. I have a bunch of pages, but that is my handle, everywhere. On Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Pinterest. So I kind of like made it a point just to have my name. Somebody explained the power of your name to me, and I was like, okay, I got it. So I even have a company name like my name with LLC at the
Yeah.
end, which I haven't even talked about. But
Yes.
yeah, I
Love
went
it.
in and I need to trademark my name, right? But
Mhm.
that's where I am, right? Jenis B Minaya on YouTube as well, everywhere. I'm in the process of going back. I'm actually coming back to social media, and that's the truth. I've been kind of away, in and out
Yeah.
for the past 3 or 4 years because I've been doing other things. So, but I'm not gonna stop now. I'm ready. I hope to see you guys in the beaches of the world, right? Wherever at
Absolutely.
the airports of the world, wave at me when you
Yeah.
see me,
Airport.
right?
Oh, definitely will.
But yes, but definitely thank you guys for thinking enough of me to have me in front of your audience, right? Because I know you guys don't
Absolutely.
have just anybody on your show. You shouldn't, right? So it is actually a
I
privilege and
know.
an honor to be here. And I hope your audience got some value as to what I have to share today.
Oh, thank you so much for saying
Yes.
yes.
We appreciate
Yes.
you. Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure our audience does as well. And wow, we can't wait to see all of these comments because we know this replay is going to just be explosive.
It will.
Oh,
It
one
will.
of our favorite things, going back and looking at those comments. Yes, it's
Yes.
bananas.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So who knows? Maybe we may have you back and do a training.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
see for
see,
sure.
guys.
Let me
We'll
know.
see,
Let me
guys.
know.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
that would
ma'am.
be amazing. So,
Absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for hanging out with us on another Tuesday night with Online Success Made Simple, where we teach you the organic approach to making money online. And we will see you next week. And we have an amazing training for you guys, so you don't want
Yes.
to miss it. All
Don't
right.
miss it.
All right. So, with that said, this call is a wrap. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.